this one away. And this return 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Carson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Dancing away at the 30. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, good. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mixon with a first down carry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Third down. A shot here for Dalton. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ross. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gained. I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just slide and get down.
Nothing good happened there, that's for sure. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it
got his man complete, and all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 47 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. This is Carson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's get it. That boy's got 4 down. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Here's Carson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Let's go, let's go. Hey. 4 down.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Spread left.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Shotgun.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. On the right side, caught by Green. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
368!
Second down, Dalton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Here's Dalton. his man, Boyd. And running with power here. They give him a gain of 38.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw on second down, Dalton. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it with Carson, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shotgun. Spread left. Spread left.
Here's Wilson looking to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Got it.
On third down, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Well, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Andy Dalton over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he rifles one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He hits Baldwin right side. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island. Spread left. Zebra.
They go play action now. Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Don't play the time, guys. Let's go.
They run again with Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Going up top for Miller. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
368!
Play action here with Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton off play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Miller on the catch over the middle. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go, 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive. Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And all the way down to the 35. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability. We saw another example of it there. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And a short pickup here as they're going to cross the 10 to the 11-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
4 down. Check. Hey, look, 0-0.
They run it here with Thompson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now here's Michael Dixon. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out now, here come the Bengals. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice
absolutely.
in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.